And once again, not a Japanese speaker, so I'm gonna be no use to you guys in telling you what. This is Anno. He's talking about Shin Gojira. I can't tell you anything he says here. I don't know why on earth, who thought it was a good idea to put Japanese subtitles over a Japanese guy speaking. And he speaks clearly, listen.
上映時間っていうと1時間
So it's not like they needed it for something. The only cool thing about this, there's one cool thing that we'll talk about in a second, is the way it ends. We just get like a highlights reel of the original trailer. So that's the only cool thing about it. It ends with that. That's it. Watch. This is it.
Shin Godzilla.
And then it just ends with the dude saying, Shin Godzilla. Similar to the 54 stomp. I don't think it's 100% the same. I would say there's a difference there. That one just sounds a little bit more modernized. Let's play the 54 roar. Or not roar, footstep. Yeah, I think there's a difference. Yeah, so why did I bring this up? If I couldn't tell you anything, and I'm pretty sure I reacted to this way back when I did my reaction, I'm pretty sure they released the same highlights reel of the trailer back then.
Same thing. He is huge. It's like a shortened version. He looks angry.
So, why did I bring this up? The soundtrack. Listen to the background.
まずすごい特別なものだったんですよ 3D とかはもうものすごい分かりやすい立体感とかなんだけどそれ以上のなんだろうなはっきり見えるとか脳に入ってくる情報としてこれ以上はもうなんか限界なんじゃない
Alright, so what can we take away from that so far? Well, first of all, he's talking about the fact that the movie's going to be 3D. I hope there's not tons of gimmicks like things fly at the screen, just because when I watch it in 2D, it's going to be disappointing for me then. So I hope it's not too gimmicky with the 3D aspect, but I don't know. Anyways, what can we get from this? Well, the soundtrack kind of sounds like something you'd hear in like Disney kind of like magical happiness. Listen.
特別なものだったんですよ 3D とかはもうものすごい分かりやすい立体感とかなんだけどそれ以上のなんだろうなはっきり見えるとか脳に入ってくる情報としてこれ以上はもうなんか
But the difference is, if you listen here, it goes from like a Disney at the beginning, listen, like a Disney like prince and princess kind of feel.
まずすごい特別なものだったんですよ 3D
But then it gets to these like odd notes. Listen, you get some notes that sound off.
まずすごい特別なものだったんですよ
Right there. There's that split key second when we hear it takes a dip. And that is something very intentional. What this does is it's meant to put the listener off balance. It's meant to make us feel weird. And I know a little bit about music, considering the fact that I've been in piano lessons almost my whole life, and the fact that I play multiple instruments. So I know a little bit about music, and I can tell you this is 100% intentional. What they did here was they had a couple sharps, or they had like a dip of a sharp or a flat right there to make us, to just set us off balance. And something this can be 100% compared to is, no spoilers, the Game of Thrones Season 6 finale opens with an amazing soundtrack, that amazing song, but then it sets us off balance when we hear some sharps and flats in there when the tune goes off of what it should be, and it's meant to make us feel uneasy. song continues in this case.
3D とかはものすごい分かりやすい立体感
Continuing with that trend, so now it makes it the normal pattern, and it continues on like that.
情報としてこれ以上はもうなんか限界なんじゃないかっていうぐらいなんかものすごい
And if you listen, it starts out strings and slowly starts to build. And I'm talking about this for a reason, because this is showing us what the movie's going to be like. It starts to build. All of a sudden you hear the horns coming in right about here.
はっきり見えるとか脳に入ってくる情報としてこれ以上はもうなんか限界
And it's very subtle. You have to really listen for the horns, but they're there, and it's there to add another layer. And the thing with the strings is now we start getting a new melody.
はっきり見えるとか脳に入ってくる情報としてこれ以上はもうなんか限界なんじゃないかっていうぐらいなんかものすごい情報量が一気に入ってきて
So now the song is building and building. Tension is building.
クラクラしたのを覚えてます家よりも映画館の方がいいっていうとそれのさらに上っていうか映画館だから家と
So it continues. This kind of new melody we have continues on, and with it we continue with the high strings. The strings move up an octave, and the horns continue. So this is our new status quo. This is what the song has become at this point.
映画館の差ぐらいがその通常の映画館と IMAX の間にあるような気がするんですよね。我々
But right there, that is the big part of the song. This is why I'm talking about it. This is why I love it. Listen right here, it takes a dive.
がその通常の映画館と IMAX の間にあるような気がするんですよね。我々の作った映画が本当 IMAX にかけられるという本当
Now we get the low strings, some lower instruments. If that was a violin playing before, that stops. Now we just got the low strings. The low strings, by the way, are my favorite, and I love it. So some of us have already recognized this melody, but it grows. Listen, the tension grows, this new melody grows.
僕なんだかんだ言って30年くらいやっぱ IMAX を見続けてる中で
Now we have the choir joining in, adding layers, adding tension.
とうとうこういう時代が来たとしかもそれは自分の映画みたいなそんな嬉しいことはないんですけどいやーもうねネタバレになっちゃうから言えないんですけどね後半ですよねもう上映時間っていうと1時間10分目ぐらいですかその後ね
So now we have the kind of piano start to play, and lots of us, I'm sure, have already figured out what this is.
もうノンストップになりますからねもう特に日本映画でねこんなにねヘリを飛ばしたことはないぐらい空撮を撮ってるんですよ本当要は普段見慣れた景色を違った視点でダイナミックにガーッと動きながら撮影するっていうような
There it is, the big reveal. So, if you had paid attention closely to the original Shin Godzilla theme, which I haven't even seen the movie, and I already love the theme. If you couldn't tell, I kind of became obsessed with it when it came out. I did multiple videos just featuring the theme. So, yeah, I love it. And in the background, you have a piano melody, which we hear here.
ないぐらい空撮を撮ってるんですよ本当要は普段見慣れた景色を違った
That piano melody is most prominent at the very end of the Shin Godzilla trailer. So if you listen here, you can hear it.
でダイナミックにガーッと動き
And then all of a sudden, the theme kicks in. Must be the full theme, or must be the real theme of the movie now. It's confirmed.
ながら
Considering the fact that it's been in this also, as well as the original.
撮影するっていうのがまあヘリ空撮それものすごいまだ飛ぶかっていうぐらい今回飛ばしまくって撮影をしてるんでその辺のねそこにゴジラがいるんでこれ以上言うとネタバレになるんですけど 番号でここに書いてある日本対ゴジラ主役はゴジラであり日本がゴジラに立ち向かう日本人たち総勢ね300人以上のですね豪華なレベルじゃないキャストがですね。
So now the layers are building and building and building, tension is rising, and right here is the big payoff of the song.
豪華とかいうレベルじゃないキャストがですね大挙してゴジラに立ち向かうとかですね、7月29日、とうとう12年ぶりにですね復活した日本のゴジラ、日本人対ゴジラの戦いをですねぜひ、IMAX のラージフォーマットのですね大音響大画面でぜひ見に来てください。
So that was the full theme, and I love it. And the reason I say that part is the big part of the song, like the most prominent part, is because it's the action part of the trailer. It's the only part of the trailer where the song lines up with what's happening on screen. Because if you guys remember, when we heard this...
豪華とかいうレベルじゃないキャストがですね大挙してゴジラに立ち向かうとかです。
In the original trailer, we were seeing it line up with the fire of tanks and missiles and helicopters, and it was awesome. 7月29日、とうとう12年ぶりにですね復活した日本のゴジラ、日本人対ゴジラの戦いをですねぜひ、IMAX のラージフォーマットのですね大音響大画面でぜひ見に来てください。 So there it was. That was the full theme. And the other reason I know that's the most prominent part of the song is listen what part they chose to use for the highlights reel.
Shin Godzilla.
I love it, guys. I love the full theme of the movie. If you guys couldn't tell, the fact that I decided to feature it in a whole section of this news update, that should just tell you guys how much I'm already loving this theme. And I haven't even seen the movie. That's a great thing. Is really music can really help make or break a movie. Think about the original Godzilla. If we had gotten someone else to score that movie, it probably wouldn't have been even close to as good. And nowadays, when we have like movies coming out all the time, big blockbusters, a lot of the times people don't even notice the music. But that is something I'm always looking for, because I'm always looking for a good soundtrack. And here's another case of a time music made or broke the movie, Halloween. Lots of people who had seen Halloween were really iffy on it before that soundtrack came out. That is what made that movie. Jaws, iconic for its soundtrack. Jurassic Park's iconic for its soundtrack. Star Wars, although that's not one of the main reasons it's big, that's one of the huge reasons why people love it. And already, just based off this song, I can already tell you I have really high hopes for this Shin Godzilla soundtrack. And also, a case of where music really helped to make a movie for me was, if you guys know, if you guys have been around long enough and you guys watch my reviews and all, you know I did not like Batman v Superman. Now, your personal opinions on that movie beside, I will say the one saving grace of it, the one great thing of it was the soundtrack was amazing, and I will not deny that. And even if this movie sucks, even if Shin Godzilla is like one of the worst Godzilla movies, at the very least I can say, so far, its soundtrack is great, and I have high hopes for it.